today, 3 Club Golf, how to make your actual base message. So what you're going to do is go to any website you want. I'm going to give you this Photoshop file. The Photoshop file has a ruler in it that's in centimeters, but go to any website you want and grab a course map of something you like, just for reference. And I'm going to grab this hole number 13 here. We're going to just grab this and bring it over into our Photoshop file here. I'm going to bring this to the bottom layer so it's going to be behind the ruler. Now I can look at this and I can say, well, they want it to be 161 yards. They say it's 161 from the blue to the middle of the green. Well, right now that scale is about 150. It's not bad, but I'm going to transform this. So I'm going to get the scale correct by doing that. So blue to middle of the green, 160-ish. There you go. So now I'm just going to bring this out. I have created a new layer. I'm going to bring the layer out, and then I'm going to just paint on top of that um, using a black or a dark color. And then I'll just go ahead and outline the hole. So when you're happy with the outline, you can just fill it in. Okay. And then we can close off all the images around it. The ruler, well, actually keep the ruler on. So that's our hole. And now we'll bring this over and I'll measure the hole. I'm going to measure it from the tip to the top. So I'm saying 210. So that's a 210 size hole. That'll be important. I'm going to call that 210. I'm going to make it 209 just because I want to make sure I don't have a 210 already. So 209. And then I'm going to export this to a PNG, save as a PNG file. I'm going to save it to my BWs over here. So I'm going to Unity, course black and whites, and I'm going to say hole, there's a 225. I'm going to make it to 209. So it won't be doing anything weird, and I'll save that, and okay. Then I'm going to take that PNG and I'm going to open it up in a program online called MakeSuite. So MakeSuite looks like, as I just did one, here's MakeSuite right here. We're going to just choose the file in MakeSuite. We're going to hit the 209 file. MakeSuite definitely is basically just taking it and making it into a Blender file for us. I don't have to actually do it in Blender. There's our file. That's how fast it was. We're going to open the blend file. The blend file is going to open up in Blender. We just need Blender now to export this into an object file. So I'm deleting everything that's except for the actual image, the font they call it on this one. The next thing I'll do is export this into the OBJ. Hope you got that. So we're just using this to go to the object file only. So it goes to the base meshes. I will call this the 209. Hopefully that will work. Hole 209, object, base mesh. Perfect. So now I go back over here. Now we're going to open up our mesh mixer. We will import the 209 file, and that's how it looks when it comes in. It's an ugly wireframe. So we're going to fix that by editing it. We're going to plane cut it. We're going to cut it so that it goes 75% of it's gone. Do not fill it. Look at that, bang. Okay, now we're going to make it solid. Solid as a rock. All right, let's go. So we'll make it solid and then we're going to cut it again because we don't need both sides. Making a solid makes both sides solid. So you'll see now we have a cool mesh on top of that. We're going to have it, I'm going to change it to accurate just so it makes it a little bit better, a little more smooth. We'll accept that and we'll knock out the top one, which was the original object file. And we'll just click on that and choose it again. Here it is, bang. Now we'll just plane cut, edit, plane cut, and we'll go all the way up to 0.1 and no fill, bang. You say it's almost done. Well, it's done, it's almost done. No, transform. This is where the number comes in. It's at a scale of 1 right now. We don't want it to scale to 1. We want the scale of 209. So now the 209 scale makes it how we want it. I'm blowing it out now because it's gigantic compared to what it was before. No big deal. But we're going to export that file into the same one, the object 209. All replace it. It is it. Bang. So now that mesh is a good starting mesh for us. Okay, I just want to show you one last thing. If for some reason the mesh is going to be bigger or the object is bigger, let's say scale wise, we want to take this screen, we want to take this hole because we like the shape of it. But you have to keep in mind that our project, about 300 yards would be as big as long as you want the drive to go. So you don't want to course too huge. We'll go ahead and put that on here. I'll show you. I'm going to bring back my ruler tool. And on this one, I will take this image and it says from here to this area is 80 yards. Or from here to this is, I don't even know what that is, 236. But we'll go from the 80 here. I'm just going to hit edit, transform, bring it over here. And that's supposed to be 80 from here. It's only 50, so we got to make that sucker big. So we're going to go here. Oh, look at that. That's pretty much it there. Maybe a tiny bit bigger. That looks like 80-ish. Okay, good. Take that. I'm going to actually free transform it again and just bring it around. So it's okay. And then I'll bring this over. I'm only worried about the Z area, the area up and down. So now I'm going to take that. I'm going to use my brush again, bring my new layer. That scale should be on, supposedly. I do not now, if you look at this, the yellow on this one is actually 307 yards away. So we're going to just go down to that yellow area. So we know it's about 300 yards away. We'll close it in here. I don't need the whole course. I just need that part of it because I think this shape is interesting. We'll take that. And now this will be the same deal. Well, we'll take this shape. First, we'll look on the ruler because we bring it over to the ruler, measure it top to bottom. That's about 305. So we'll take that. Oh, actually, no, sorry, 295. So 295 on the scale, and I'll call it 296 because so it's a weird number. Hey, you're number 296. And that is the transform amount we'll make in Mesh Mixer to fix that file later on. So you will just take that, send it to a PNG, and repeat the process over and over again. Thanks. That's it.